thought that was thunder.
Oh, well, smart ass.
Well, at least I have some sort of ass.
Well, you have no ass. We all know that. Good riddance.
That's what I say.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Probably.
Maybe. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Alright, I don't know if I'm fully in frame. I think I am, but if I'm not, I'm sorry. It's already after midnight, so it's technically the next day. I didn't really film today. I had a few plans to head out. Stuff came up. I did, however, spend however long going through the events calendar on Google, trying to figure out different things to do this month. So I'm hoping something happens where I have stuff happening this month. On that note, I do want to say I'm trying to film. I'm trying to go out and do stuff. It doesn't always work though. Here's why. Sometimes adulting happens. On that note, I want to clarify a few of the things that have been happening in my videos that people have been commenting on. Just in the past about 2 days or so, mainly in the last 24 hours, but the last couple days. Long story short, I've had a few instances where racism has been brought up. And I want to clarify, just in case I haven't made it clear in past videos, and also just in case there are any new subscribers who haven't seen any of my old videos. Since I have gained, just in the past month, I've gained about 100 subscribers, which at this point is considerable. I passed 250 subscribers not that long ago, and I want to say thank you to everybody, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to, in this section of this video, probably the entire video, to talk about racism and the comments that I have received in the past. Recently, it's been the past few videos, but racism is a topic that it's been an ongoing issue in the U.S. that I didn't think was still a thing up until I became homeless. I became homeless probably about 5 or 6 years ago, give or take. I'm coming up on my 4-year anniversary this August, so I've been here for about 3.5 to 4 years. And just in those past 3.5 to 4 years, I've experienced more racism, more ignorance directed at me due to racism than I have my entire life prior to that. I'm turning 34 years old, so my 4-year anniversary is in August, which means basically when I turned 30 years old in 2018, I've experienced more hatred, more racist BS, more drama in the last 4 years than I had in the 30 years prior to that. Now, I'm not saying anything to control people, but here's the thing. A lot of these people that I've encountered that have been racist have fallen into one of two categories. Either it is generally white people with occasional other people mixed in there who are claiming racism is not a thing that still happens, even though it is. And the other group of people who generally, I'm not saying all of them fit into this category, but generally it's been black people saying white people are racist, black people can't be racist, and they use that as a way to be racist towards everybody else. Now, I'm generally a very easygoing person, but here's the thing. When it comes to racism, it's never okay. And if I feel like I can have a decent conversation with you about the topic, I will. But as of yet, as of right now, I have not met one person that's either racist or uses racism as a reason to act the way they do. I have not run into one of those people who is willing to talk and who is willing to change. In the last few videos, I forget exactly when it was, but in the last few videos I had one of my videos where I was recording somebody kind of complaining, and I'm using that word loosely, basically saying white people suck and using racism to basically make threats to say I'm going to beat so-and-so's ass, or I'm going to beat everybody's ass, or this, that, and the other just because they're white.
Flashback.
Will be something like that? Are you coming? I'm gonna show you how hard it is. Fuck back out down.
Snelling and Highland Station.
Fuck back out down. Rather than make soup there. Fucking motherfuckers.
Use your words, please. We don't need to hear that.
Soup is there. Rather than soup there, motherfuckers. Motherfuckers.
Keep it up and you're off at the next
I
stop.
don't give a fuck. Well, these soup is there, motherfuckers. Motherfuckers.
Hey,
I don't give a fuck.
you're being disrespectful.
Yes,
Please
I am.
stop.
I should be shot and killed. Probably. Well, I'm soldier. Born like that. I'm too one to fucking be by stupid bitch.
Okay, this will be your bus stop.
I don't give a fuck.
Stop requested.
I don't give a fuck.
Take your stuff. Don't forget your stuff.
End of flashback.
I did not get a lot of that footage. I don't know, I can't remember exactly what footage I got that day, but that person's actions, regardless of their skin color, that person's actions are not okay. Although, yes, I believe that there's a lot of white people that have been shitty people towards black people. I've also met a lot of black people who are shitty towards white people. Stuff happens on... There's a reason why people say that things aren't just black and white. And that's the saying there. I'm not saying that in relation to skin color, because I know people will try to twist that into something about skin color. But there's always that gray area. Always. And I'm trying to keep that in mind. But that goes into what I want to talk about, is the comments. I've had a few people mention something about, regardless of whether they're joking or not, they've mentioned stuff about calling black people the N-word if they start being racist. And here's the thing. I'm going to grab my phone here quick. I want to get a quote. Alright, so I've got my phone, and I've got the quote pulled up. Here's the quote. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Applying it to this situation, that means that if I'm going to try and at least help reduce the effects of racism, that means I cannot use racism in any form, intentional or not, to drive out racism. I have to be open-minded, I have to be understanding, I have to be able to listen and comprehend, and I have to be able to communicate my points effectively. And that means that the people who left the comment, whether they were joking or not, the people who left the comment or the comments on my video saying that I should call people like that the N-word, that's not funny. I don't see that as funny. I've got my own stuff that I need to worry about. I don't need to worry about getting my ass beat because I used a word that I am completely against. And B, I'm not about to use that word regardless of the situation, because if I use it, whether or not I get the pass, as it's called, I would still feel uncomfortable about using it because of its connotations, because of how it's been used. I've got so many problems going on in my life. I do not want to use anything to add more problems where none should exist. Yes, racism exists, but just because it exists does not mean that I should... Just because something exists does not mean that I should have to look the other way. Inequality in any form is not okay. Yes, there can be a few effective jokes that bring light to the situation, but I have not at this point heard one good joke that brings light to the situation that uses racism as the main point of its joke to drive home that certain people are bad, or that, this, that, or the other involving racism. I do not mind having conversations about the topic in a respectful way, but there has to be the intent of being respectful throughout the conversation, and there has to be the intent of being open-minded and actually having a decent conversation about it. And at this point, regardless of what side it's on, I have not run into any person who has been willing to listen to anything involving anti-racism. And the comments that I've received on my videos as of recently are, a good portion of them have been thinly veiled racism. I want to take the time to clarify now, in this video, that I'm doing my best to be as open-minded as possible, and that I'm doing my best to constantly improve. Now, having said that, I'm going to get to edit it, or at least I'm going to start to get to editing today's video, what little footage I have for today's video. But I just finished editing yesterday's video, and like I said before, it's already after midnight. I may not get today's video edited until at some point tomorrow or the day after. I've been having issues with my computer, I've been having issues with my camera, so I will get this video uploaded as soon as I can. At the point I'm recording this, things may change in the future, but at the point I am recording this video, I plan on keeping the comments section open. All I ask is that whoever does decide to comment, all I ask is that person or group of people does not do anything to ruin that. I do have a few videos planned for this channel coming this month regarding equality of some sort. Regardless of whether that happens or not is a different story, but if you do want to see those videos, if and when they come out, feel free to subscribe. I do look forward to hearing from you, and I am appreciative of everybody that subscribes or likes or comments or whatever the case is. I'm appreciative of all the interaction that I have, even if it's stuff that I should not be appreciative of.